Power Apps Portal's feature updates bring new capabilities for portal makers and developers by providing a new identity management configuration experience with enhanced functionality to Portal's web API and a simplified access control role configuration experience. Let's begin by highlighting the exciting new identity management configuration experience. For this demo, we are adding an enterprise identity provider and configuring it for a portal utilizing OpenID Connect protocol. We begin at the portal details page of our app and select See All to view our current identity providers. We want to add Okta as an identity provider, so we go to Add Provider and select Other, where we are prompted to configure the login provider. From protocol options, we select OpenID Connect to configure Okta and create Okta Login as the provider name. The provider name is very important. It is how the configurations become linked to specific providers. Note that application and configuration settings need to be created with the identity provider to complete this step. Use the reply URL provided when completing the application process. For this Okta application, we have supplied the necessary information, including the redirect URL from the portal page, as well as the logout redirect and the initial authorization URL. From Okta, we copy the client ID and paste it into the OpenID Connect settings. Next, we add scopes to profiles based on identity provider supports, such as OpenID, profile, or email. Additional options may be available through some identity providers. Response type and response mode are based on the implicit grant flow we are using, so they will remain the same. Other flows, such as code authorization, are supported. We enable external logout, so users are logged out of Portal and Okta simultaneously. Then copy and paste the redirect URL here, so users are redirected to log in after they have previously logged out. Lastly, we enable RP-initiated logout. This will redirect users to the Portal homepage after they sign out. Additional settings are also available, including registration claims mapping and login claims mapping. We select Confirm, and within seconds, Okta Login has been added to our identity provider list as enabled. To edit configurations, simply select the identity provider's name. Okta Login is now a login option within the portal. Selecting it takes us to Okta's login screen on our homepage, and by providing username and password, we have access to all portal capabilities. Logging out, we are directed back to the login screen as intended. The second new feature update we are demonstrating is the enhanced functionality of Web API. We start by enabling the entity we want to be accessible with Web API. Here we have created new site settings. Web API/contact/enabled with value set as true. Web API/contact/fields, which contains specific status fields, and Web API/error/inner error, which also has a true value. This property is used for debug purposes only. We've also created a new page in Portal. Code has been entered to render the grid, as well as do all the behind the scenes for the records to get created and updated through Portal. This code sample is available in our documentation by using the links at the end of this video. Let's see this in action. From the Portal homepage, we can now launch the newly created page. The Contacts page is complete with the fields we designated, and the records can be edited or deleted. All driven by the customizable Web API functionality we just created. The final demo covers a new simplified web page permission setup from Power Apps Portal in the Design Studio. The web page access control rules define permissions for a full page. From Power Apps Portal Design Studio, we begin creating a new web page using a blank layout. Note the new Permissions option here. Permissions by default are set to On, providing access to anyone. We can easily disable this option and select the roles we want to have access to this web page. Several roles are provided. For this web page, we want authenticated users only, so we select Administrators, Blog Authors, and Authenticated Users, while leaving anonymous users unselected. The selected roles now appear in the sidebar. Later, we can add additional roles or delete these roles if needed. Next, we ensure that the selected permissions also apply to the child web files of this page, so they are only accessible to authenticated users. Let's browse website to view these configurations in action. Note that we need to be logged into an identity provider to access the URL for the web page we just created. Going to our new URL and logging in, we hover over the tab to verify it is for authenticated users only. Lastly, we can return to Portal in Power Apps and go to our home page to authenticate permissions for our web page. Disabling the Page Available to Everyone trigger opens the Permissions menu. Here we can select new roles and review or edit existing roles and permissions. Note that the permission applied to Child File option has been disabled by default. These product updates to Power Apps portals provide a streamlined experience for makers to configure their web pages quickly and easily.